Welcome back to part 2 of my single eyeshadow collection and possible declutter. We are starting here with all of the items that are in these palettes. Now this is the Cliona stained glass shadows. These are so beautiful and I already did a short video swatching them, so I'll actually just link to that up here somewhere so that you can just see all of them, as well as I did a short on these, which are the holochromes from Fantasy Cosmetica, and it was part of their Cradled in Ice collection. I will be also doing a swatch video of every single eyeshadow palette I own, so next up is also going to be this Cradled in Ice palette, which if you want a little sneak peek, I will be swatching this, and it looks like this. Really, really pretty. Some purples, pinks. I don't know if it's catching that, but it's like pink purple on these. So I am excited to do that. So that is an entire series. If you're into eyeshadow palette swatches, definitely subscribe for that. So I will go ahead and move on from this palette since I have videos specifically already swatching these. Let's see, this was a BoxyCharm, scoot these, BoxyCharm or Ipsy, I think it was BoxyCharm, but don't quote me on that. And it had this as well as a few different single eyeshadows. I've added a few since, that's my dog, sorry. So there were 4 shadows that came from that item, and then that's my other dog. There were some Ofra shadows in here as well, and then a tiny baby hula that I depotted and threw in here as well. Honestly, just because I needed the room. I probably don't need to put it in here. I should probably move it someplace else. Maybe I'll do that while I'm thinking about it. I always forget that I have this palette, and purple is like my favorite color as well. So it's ironic. I built an entire purple palette and I don't even use it. Let's go ahead and swatch these so you can kind of see what we are working with here. I apologize as well if I can't remember where all of them are from. So this one is Ultraviolet Ofra. Next is Royal, also from Ofra. This is Deep Purple, also from Ofra. Last we have Riddle from Ofra. Oh, I like that one. It's quite beautiful. It's kind of almost a satin, but a little bit of shine to it as well. That's a really pretty color. I like that one. This is Sublime from Ofra as well. A lot of these came from different palettes where they came in a whole bunch of different varieties, and then I depotted them and put them by color. So that was Sublime. Wow, that one's interesting because it's got purple, but almost like an orange as well. This next one is Enigma, also from Ofra. Wow. These are all coming from Ofra palettes. I need a makeup wipe. 1 second. All right, here we go with Enigma. This is Trance by Ofra. Wow, is every single shadow in here Ofra? I don't know. We're going to find out though. This last one here. This is Godiva by Ofra as well. This one is very, very, very similar to the other one, perhaps just a little bit deeper, but this one is a little patchier than the last one as well. So this was Trance, this was Godiva. I don't know. I mean, don't they look the same? This one is just a tiny bit deeper, but honestly, I don't know if I need this one. I may not keep that one. All right, up next, this is Plum, also by Ofra. Maybe it is just an entire palette of Ofra. I mean, am I seeing things, or are these pretty much the same color? I mean, just a tiny bit darker? Okay, this guy, this one is called Goals. And you know what? This one almost swatches very similar to this one, just brighter. What was that one? So this was Sublime here, and this one is Goals. So, I mean, this one definitely is a little bit more orange, but this one definitely gives off this vibe. for real though. This one is just pumped up intensity. All right, the last color in here is an unknown. So we don't know who this one is from. I mean, don't these pretty much give off the very same vibe? And these give off the very same vibe? So I feel like I could get rid of this one and get rid of this one and still be able to make the same look. All right, here is that last unknown shade. I don't know who you are, but you're kind of pretty. It's kind of a bronze or taupe. You definitely don't belong over here with the purples, but I must not have had another place to put you. But she's pretty, whoever she is. So I think what I'm gonna do is get rid of this guy, which was Sublime. Pretty sure, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down, yes. This guy. And then the second, which was the Godiva, I believe. Godiva and Sublime are going. So I think I will get rid of those two, and then I will move on into the next palette. All right, this guy coming up next. This is my Tarte palette, but I filled it with all of my singles from Natasha Denona. And technically, they are from little 5-pan palettes that I have depotted and put in here because they are magnetic. So I am going to definitely do a clean out of here because there were some, especially I think it was like this dark blue one that came from the Jubilee palette. That was an Boxy Charm or Ipsy one. You know, it's all one company now, so it doesn't really matter. But I think that one should go. You know what? There are a couple of purples in here. So maybe while I am got all of these purples, I'll do the two last. And I'm pretty sure I should just throw them both away because they're both crumbled. So they leak all over the place sometimes. So let me go ahead and swatch these. I don't know if I labeled these. I did not. So I did not. All right, but I know that all of them came from the Cranberry, the Iona, the Jubilee, the Cupid, and the Peak palette that were all from Boxy Charm. So let's do this one, this first one. Ooh, Ultraviolet, she is pigmented. So there is that guy, pretty. And then the last one is that darker purple. So I'll just kind of, but I know it's all patchy, and it's also patchy because obviously it's broken. So let's do this. And you know what's funny? This color is very reminiscent of this color up here. These two that were similar. So I don't feel so bad if I throw this one out because of the fact that I've got something extremely similar up here. So most similar, I would say, to Godiva, which I did get rid of, but also very close here to that other one. So I'm okay letting these go, but this one does have a beautiful plum kind of undertone that's just a little bit, this has more like chocolate brown. This has a plum purple that is just, it's beautiful, but I just don't think it's worth the crumbling that happens in the pan. So I am going to let these two go, which also hurts my heart a little because it was a perfect little set of eyeshadows, but that's okay. I don't need to hoard them and be a collector if it's just going to get messy all over everything. This is one last shot of all the purples, and I am going to now wipe these off. I don't know if it was the best idea to start with purples because purples can stain, but I have found now that if I don't dry both my arm and my fingers, the swatches can go a little awry. You know what, just for funsies, I have some makeup stencils. I think it would be fun, since we're swatching anyway, maybe it would be fun to use that. Let's do that. Let me grab one. So we'll go with this guy to start off with, these little fun chevrons. If you didn't know, I do make these and I have them for sale in my Etsy shop. And they're just fun little vinyl stickers, basically, that you can stick on and then do your swatch, and then you peel them off, and then you have pretty swatches. For some people, it's aesthetic, and I like it. It's fun. But some people, if that's not your jam, that's okay too. But, you know, it's not hurting anybody. There we go. We're going to lay this down on the skin. It would be better if your skin was all clear and dry. So mine may not be perfect here. That's okay. We're just doing this for funsies. So don't judge me too harshly. All right, so we're going to come back over here into this guy. Might as well just start off at the top, right? So again, I don't know the names of these specific ones. I can just tell you though all of the different palettes that they came from. So we'll start with this guy. I got maybe too much on my finger. So there's that. Here's this next one. Maybe I don't need to push down so hard in the pan. Lesson learned, but maybe not because I did the next thing on the very next one. Best believe. I don't think I've ever swatched every single one of these. So this is actually a fun experiment because I don't know what all of them look like. And so I can be pleasantly surprised. Whoa, that was not what I was I can be pleasantly surprised just like I was with some of those purples because I don't think I've swatched all those either. There's that. This one is kind of a hot pink. Definitely hot pink. Also, let it just be known, I am not the world's best swatcher. And to be honest, I don't use a lot of these colors and these shadows, but I've kept them all because I was like, oh, they're Natasha Denona shadows, they're expensive. But the truth is they're just taking up space because some of these colors, I don't wear them. So it's really doing a disservice to just have them and do nothing with them. But the collector in me was like, I need all of them, like Pokemon, gotta catch them all. That yellow was in the Jubilee palette. It's an interesting color. Ooh, I think I do like this last one quite a lot of the ones that I have done, and that's why it's probably, of the ones so far that we've swatched, it has the most significant dip in it. All of the rest of them, some of them are not even touched. So, and then we peel the sticker and we hope this is where the magic has happened. Let's see if we've done it fairly correct. Oh, that's not bad. That's looking pretty good. Don't speak too soon. Don't jinx it. Don't jinx it. Hey, look at that. It looks pretty good. And there was some where I got a little messy, but for the most part, not bad. You know, this very much gives me vibes of almost the, gosh, which one? If I was to say, it's one of the Naked palettes, like Naked Cherry or Naked 3, where it almost has some of these types of tones up here. But interesting color. That second one and that third one, I like this one. That first one is surprising. I didn't realize so light and such good coverage. So this one is nice. This one is nice. I don't think I would use either of these two. This one's kind of fun. These shimmers are actually quite nice. So I do like that. I do have some room on my arm, so I might as well just finish off here of the last bit of shimmers that we have. So we have 3 more shimmers. I can't do a swatch there. It's just gonna have to do like this. Also really pretty. You know, I think these are where she really, for these, really gets me. The mattes are nice, but I love these shimmers. Here's this cranberry one. I don't think I'll ever, wow. That is pretty though. Wow. Watch me eat my words. I'm like, I don't think I'll ever wear that one, but wow, is she gorgeous. Same with that one, wow. Those are nice. All of these shimmers are nice. This one I really like though. No surprise there. All right, sad times. I'm gonna have to wipe this off. Seems a shame. That's okay, it's just makeup. I can do it again. I can put more on. Should we do another set of stickers? Let's see. We need one that has a lot of spaces. I think this guy. By the way, if you're ever shopping on Etsy and you want a specific type of swatch sticker, so you can see these, you know, there were chevrons or this one is waves. If you ever want a specific shape, if you message me on my Etsy, I could probably make that happen. So I do these myself and create them. I'm always happy to do a special order. So here is this one. We are going to start going with this next row. Wow, that is really like my skin tone. I'll be curious to see what that one looks like when it's pulled off. I like this brown actually. That's fun. This may look like a super boring neutral color. I really like that. Okay, and here is a purpley. You know what? I don't know if I'm loving this color. Oops, I spilled into the next one. That was harder than I thought to do a swatch. And I'm feeling like I'm not really getting it. Or maybe this color is just really patchy. I don't know. I don't think I like that color. I am gonna pull that one actually out. I think that is a no-go for me. And I'll probably honestly pull out this orange one too, because I cannot really recall the last time I've loved an orange on me. I mean, it's nice, but it's just not my color and I don't feel the need to hold on to it. Here we go, kind of a mix in a red cranberry. I think I'm gonna pull this one out too. I don't think I like this one either. And that's not its fault. It's just me knowing what I like. So it was the purple and then the orange and then that orangey. Okay. Oh, we have 2 left. Perfect. There's 2 left. Oh, this one feels like it already has hard pan. I don't think I like this. This is some sort of weird, here, let me see if I can just get my finger really in there. It's icy blue. And I feel like if I wanted something like this with this high shine, I'd probably just go into one of those Cliona stained glass shadows. I think I will get rid of that one. And then I will most definitely probably get rid of this one. This is like this navy blue that I don't really understand why it was in the palette either. And I have actually several palettes now that have blue in it. So I don't feel the need to keep this one. And I think it only has sparkle in there because I made a mistake. So actually I'm gonna get rid of quite a few. So let me wipe this off and we will pull this off. And then, oh, just I've got one last shadow. So actually maybe I'll just put it down here at the bottom anyway. It's kind of a gray, dark gray, almost black with almost a little bit of blue. So dark gray, I'm gonna go. Interesting color. And let's go ahead and pull off this sticker. I find that the most satisfying part. So here are all of those swatches. Yeah, I don't feel bad about letting go of this purple one, this orange one, this cranberry one. This one is actually pretty once you kind of have it off to its side, but not enough to hold on to it just by itself. And this color honestly could just be replaced with a bronzer, I think. Let me see. If I swatched this Hoola bronzer, it has similar vibes. Kind of like that gray. Maybe I'll keep that. And this is one of your skin but better type colors. All right, one last look at those. And that blue has stained my skin. You can see that still hanging out. So these are the ones that I will be getting rid of this go around, along with these 2. We have a few more actually from Ofra, so we might as well go ahead and go into this. This is called Fresh, and it is from Ofra. This gives me mermaidy vibes. That's kind of fun. All right, this is called Turquoise, and also by Ofra. Oh, that is surprising. That had more going on, but then it kind of wiped away to nothing. So really good if you are packing it on, and then not good by itself. So actually that one is gonna go. The next one is a fun green color, and this is called Green Light. You know what? I have some ColourPop shadows that give better green than this. This one really isn't giving me that much, so I'm gonna let that one go too. This is called Bright Blue by Ofra. It's not bad, but I also don't think I need a bright blue because I know I have it in other palettes. So I'm gonna let that one go. And this one is called Free Change, also by Ofra. Since it is in this orangey color, I think I'll also let this one go. But that one swatches better than some of the others I have. That one's really pretty, just not for me. And I have a feeling it's going to be the same with this one. This one is called Ready. I mean, it's pretty, but I just was expecting more. So I'm gonna let that one go. This one is called Brown, just brown. That I like. I know, you're like, that's so boring. I still like it. And this one is called Raisin. Raisin isn't giving me much here. Not like brown. I'm gonna let Raisin go. I'm gonna keep Brown. And I'll see if I can throw it in that last palette that I was just in. All right, from here, I will be getting rid of these. I will add that to my collection of going away. Whew, making a mess. And then I have 3 random bronzers in here. So I'll go ahead and swatch them for you, but these are technically part of a different collection, which would be all the bronzers. So maybe I will put them in the bronzer drawer finally. This first one, oh, this is a foundation shade from Ofra that I was using as a bronzer. It's shade 44. Honestly, this is too deep for me. I am gonna let this one go, but I'll go ahead and swatch it for you so you can see what it looks like. There's that one. This one is, oh, also a foundation. This was in a big foundation palette, I remember that. But obviously you can see why it looks more like a bronzer on me. It has almost like a purple undertone here. It's an interesting, doesn't work as a bronzer either. So I'm gonna let that one go. And this is the Baked Blush Bronzer format. That's all it says. Okay. This one looks like it has some hard pan in it. Ooh. And I don't think I am going to use this as a bronzer just because there are other bronzers that I like better. So actually, I think I'm going to let all 3 of those go. So good to know. All right, so this is going to be added to all the stuff I'm letting go. And one last look at the arm. See, the only ones that jump out to me is brown. And maybe this green one up here. Did I keep the green one? Or, you know, this turquoisey mermaidy one? Did I keep that one? Is it this one? I think it's that one. Maybe I'll keep this one color. You're a survivor. You're gonna stay. Everything else is going. Those are the only 2 that jumped out at me. Moving on, we have this ColourPop palette. Is it filled with mostly ColourPop? No, I think there's a lot of Ofra in here too, because I know a lot of these are Ofra. So let's get to swatching. Here we go. Maybe if I get rid of a couple of these, then I can put my one little guy in there. Let's see how we do. We'll start up at the top, as we do. Ooh. Oh, interesting. That was not what I expected. It has like a little bit of white and gold the way it flashes. Interesting. Honestly, there's some that I've never swatched before, so this is actually a really good exercise in doing that. That is pretty as well. Ooh, I like that one a lot. Very, very shimmery, shiny. I didn't give you names of anything. Okay, this top one, Wonder by Ofra. I should move them out of the way after I swatch them. This is Frosted by Ofra. This one is my favorite one so far. This is Tell Me by Ofra. This is Clean Slate. I'm gonna actually get rid of Clean Slate. All right, next is Bliss. Bliss is very similar to this one, just a little bit more pinky in its base. I like that one. They're very, very similar though. Pinky / orange. This is like pink frosty. We're moving on. This one is Millennium Pink by Ofra. Also very similar. Huh. All of these are very, very similar, honestly. This one is very similar to this one. This is Latte, also by Ofra. Honestly, this is like nothing, so I'm gonna get rid of that one. This one is called Gold, also by Ofra. This is Dripped in Gold by Ofra. Where did I leave off swatching? I can't even remember. These are so similar. This one just has a little bit deeper of a base. Do I need both? Probably not. This one's a little bit brighter. And then this one is just a little bit deeper. They're so similar though. All right, next is Divine by Ofra. This is nice. A little bit of that orangey tone. Not obnoxious orange though. This is called Gold Rush. Oh, a lot of stuff with gold. This is more of a copper. Interesting. Last but not least in this one, this is called Reset. And I think I can let go of Reset as well. And not a bad color, just not the color for me. Here is one last look at this arm. All right, we have 2 more rows to go. It is called Country Road. I don't find that orange obnoxious. I know it's like, this one is called Syrup. It's a weird way to describe colors, but there are some oranges that are just obnoxious. I don't know if you know what I mean. This one is called Truffle. I feel like truffle is pretty, but I'm having a harder time than I would like. There we go. Okay, it's not bad. This one is called Ambition. I'm expecting good things because it looks really pretty. Oh yeah. Oh, that is stunning. I love that. What a pretty, almost kind of orangey bronze. Okay. This one is called Dolce. Wow, that color, I really like that color. It may seem boring, but I really, really think that's beautiful. It's kind of a gray brown. But wow, that Ambition color, that one, my favorite. That is a beautiful one and done shadow just by itself. We are moving on to brown. I'm pretty sure we have this one already. Yeah, we do, in the large pan. So I will see if somebody wants this because this is unused. So that one I will set aside. I was like, I know that looks familiar. Okay, moving on. This one is called Bohemian. Ooh, I really like that one too. This is now a new favorite, better than Ambition. And I really like it next to Truffle. Wow, I'm gonna put that right next to each other. These two colors, so pretty. Wow. All right, this is Khaki. I was expecting more of a green undertone, to be honest. Okay. This one is called French Mocha. Maybe I'm just not very good at swatching. Or these don't swatch well. I can't decide which is which. This is prettier when I look at it in the viewfinder than when I'm looking at it by itself. Bark. These colors are kind of just blah. I don't know how else to say. They're like, okay, but ooh, that one I like. This one is called Mahogany. This I like. That I like. And then we have one last one. This is called Triple Black. All right then. I would expect something called Triple Black to be very black. I mean, it is black. I mean, who doesn't need and love a black? There we go. This is actually a very pretty kind of color story by itself. Had some oranges, got these taupes. I actually do enjoy these taupes altogether. This color, wow, is a standout. This one is Bohemian. That is my new favorite color. And I think I said I'm not offended by this orange, but I'm also not going to keep it. I think that is that what I said about this one? I think so. I think I'm gonna let that one go. Here's one last look at this arm. Okay, let's see about putting all of these back. So there's a part of me that just says, hey, you have room here. Why don't you just toss in these ones that weren't doing any harm? But now I'm trying to do my best to just make sure I have colors that I want to wear that have been vetted by me. Hopefully that makes sense. Let me see what we have here. This was that purple palette. And then here is that Natasha Denona. So if I have all of these, what could I combine? I think I could combine a lot of these now together. So what I think I'm gonna do is I'm going to take, this is a tough one. I'm going to take some of these and put them in here. Yes, I think that's what I'm going to do. Oh, they don't quite fit that way. That's okay. Then I'm going to stick these purple ones over here. Then I can actually get rid of this guy. And I can get rid of this guy. Which may not feel like a lot, but I'm super excited about it. And let me show you now everything that I will be getting rid of. So here are all the single shadows that I will be getting rid of. And then I have this one guy over here that I will just give away. You know what? I'm not gonna. I'll just throw it away too. So these are all the ones that I will be getting rid of. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Also, if you enjoy swatching videos, because I will be swatching, I have a series swatching every single eyeshadow palette that I own. So it will be a whole playlist. So if you're just looking for swatches of a specific palette, hopefully if you are looking for it, I might have it in that playlist. So thanks so much for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day and whatever you're doing. Thanks so much for spending some time with me. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.